So you want a VBAC. Let's talk about it. If you are here for this series, then today we're going to be talking about how to trust the timing when for your VBAC when, let's say, you're approaching your due date. Hi everyone, my name is Leslie. I'm a disciple, wife, mom, and childbirth doula, and this is where I share about all things birth, faith, and family. And today we are continuing the series I'm breaking down essentially I did a previous series on birth prep steps, and I came up with this acronym called HEALTH for how to prep for birth. And we are going through that acronym as it pertains specifically to VBAC. So if you want to see the corresponding video for how to trust the timing in prepping for birth in general, I will link that here down below. And then if you want to see the rest of the series, I will also link that below so that you've got it. But today we are talking about how to trust the time when you are prepping for a VBAC, right? Because it is a little bit, I will say it feels like the pressure's on when it comes to planning a VBAC, because often providers will tell you, oh yeah, I'm totally fine with you trying to have a VBAC, but I still want to schedule your C-section on your due date, or just in case you don't go into labor by then, or I feel comfortable with you waiting until 41 weeks, and at that point, yeah, we should schedule your C-section. All of this to say, now one, yes, check out the evidence, go check out the evidence about what it says about VBACs and going past your due date. I really like VBAC facts for this. I think they're absolutely such a great wealth of information. So you can go ahead and you can look at that. However, I will tell you, you do not have to. I just want to encourage you, you do not have to feel like you have to be rushed just simply because you're attempting a VBAC. You still have the same 42 weeks that everybody else has to go into labor. And so I encourage you to look into that so that you feel comfortable. Look into the evidence about, should we induce for, look into the statistics about specifically induction for people who have previously had a C-section, because induction is riskier when you've had a C-section, when you've had a scar, when you've had a scar on your uterus. So it's different. So I think it's very important for you to get educated around that. What does induction even look like? What risks am I running when I say yes to being induced or having a repeat C-section? Because there are risks, and often they aren't mentioned. Often, if it's what the provider wants, it is not informed consent if you get told the benefits of what your provider is recommending, but you don't get told the risks of it. You only get told the risks of your alternatives. And so you need to weigh the benefits and the risks of all of your options so that you can really understand. I think that once you read the information that there is on it, it helps you to build confidence, oh, I can actually do this. Even a VBAC after 2 C-sections, even a VBAC after three sections. These are the risks that I'm running, and I do have the ability to still do this and trust the timing and not feel like I need to be rushed and just sign up for a repeat C-section because I feel like it's the only option I have, right? And so I encourage you to take a look at that, to take a look at that and feel comfortable with that, because that will help you to trust the timing. It will help you to trust your body to do what it can do, which is go into labor naturally. Now, you may feel like, well, I don't know that my body can go into labor naturally because it didn't do it the first time, or it didn't do it the second time, or I stalled out, or I was told my pelvis wasn't big enough, or baby got stuck, or whatever. Myriad of reasons that you feel like your body is unable to do this. I want to assure you, your body is able to do this. It is. The statistics on how women who try to VBAC are most of the time successful. And it's just such a small percentage even try. And so I commend you even for trying, for pursuing this, for saying, hey, I want something different. You're not wrong, and you're not selfish for wanting something different. I want to encourage you with that, because often we're told that we're being selfish because we don't want another C-section. Are you even thinking about the safety of your child? Well, yes, actually you are, because repeat C-sections do also have implications for your child as well as the mother. So you're not being selfish by thinking about, I don't want another major abdominal surgery. That's not being selfish. So do not let yourself be gaslit into being told that what you want is just you thinking about you, because you are this child's mother, and I know that you are thinking about this child as well in this process. And that's why trusting the timing can often feel so anxiety provoking, because everyone will tell you, well, isn't your baby supposed to be here? Oh, you're past your due date. Oh, like, what if your body doesn't start? Or like all of these things. And yet I will tell you, as somebody who waited until 42 weeks to deliver her child, to go into labor naturally, I know what it's like. I know what it's like to have to trust the timing and be like, is my body going to do this? But the thing is that in trusting the timing, you're also trusting God, because you are trusting that He's going to be able to do what He said He will do. Because guess what? Guess what happened? Guess how labor starts? Your baby releases a hormone that tells the placenta it's ready to tell the placenta and that, like, we're ready, let's go. The baby. So we know if it's the baby who releases the hormone that it's really God, right? Like, God is the one who has the baby release this hormone when it's time for labor to start. And so that's a big piece of it. I would say another thing with trusting your body to do what it is able to do is another thing about trusting your body to do what it is able to do. I'm sorry, as I'm also deciding which way I'm going to take, is, oh, please don't leave me now. I had the thought. Oh, another way to trust the timing, things to do while you're trusting the timing to help you prepare, to help your body prepare to go into labor naturally, would be chiropractic work, going to a Webster certified chiropractor. So helpful. And that's honestly what kept me with my third child. That's my third pregnancy. That's one of the things that, like, kept me just going and feeling like, okay, I can keep doing this. I can keep planning, was that. So I highly recommend that. Then there is a pelvic floor therapist. Seeing a pelvic floor therapist during your pregnancy can really help you to feel like, okay, I'm doing what I can to make sure my body's prepared, to make sure my pelvic floor is yielding and able to do what it needs to do. Like, you know, all of those things you will feel like physically like, oh, okay, I'm doing it. And then doing those exercises that the pelvic floor therapist teaches you at home, right? Those are two things you can do physically to really help yourself in those last couple days where you're like waiting. Like, just schedule a prenatal massage. Do all the things that will help you to relax. Trusting the timing, it can seem like, oh yeah, easier said than done. I agree, it is easier said than done. But there are things that you can be doing in the waiting that can help you feel like, oh my goodness, I'm actually doing something that's helping work towards my healing. And so I encourage you to do those things. So pelvic floor therapy, chiropractic work, and making sure you're fully aware of what induction and all of that stuff. So I highly recommend checking that out, doing those things, trusting the timing. I would say, be very careful and really think about your decision making if you sign up for like a scheduled induction. Like, oh yeah, I'll wait unless your provider tells you, oh yeah, we're good to wait until you hit 40 weeks, and at that point we should induce you. Or we're good to wait until, like I said at the beginning of this video, just be cognizant of those kinds of, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but I'm just speaking truth here based on my experience, a lot of those traps where you feel like, oh yeah, my provider's totally supportive until the end. I would say trusting the timing means really, when push comes to shove at the end, really analyzing all of your options, all of your choices, all of the benefits, risks, and alternatives that are before you, and weighing those out to make the best decision for yourself, not out of fear. I think that's the biggest thing with trusting the timing is, are you operating out of fear or out of place of faith? Like, I trust my body, I trust God, and I know that He is working all things for my good. and for his glory, right? And so I encourage you to press into this, trust the timing. This is like a key step in the process of birth prep, and you can start having those, preparing for those hard conversations now, like I said, with the advocacy. I've got one more video in this series, so I'll see you in the next one. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. I try to get back to all of them, and I am praying for you to have a successful VBAC that you are dreaming of, okay? God bless you, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.